Bienvenido, welcome. I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. You know, I love starting my day, doing my dailies. You know, I get up early, I work a little bit, I make some breakfast, take my daughter to school, usually do some errands. Before I used to go for like nature walks, but we've kind of like switched it up. Now we're doing our nature walks in the evening, usually after my evening stream, believe it or not. But you know what I mean, like I said, and then I get to hang out with you guys, which is always a bonus, which I always love it. Hello, Flopix, OG, Mr. Ghost, Isabel, and April. Welcome in, glad to have you guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. You know, I want to see those 3 emojis, 1, 2, 3 emojis describing how your day has been, maybe something you're excited about. You know, for me, I've been like pretty busy. I feel like this whole week I've been a little busy, even last week. Usually I do a lot of random stuff during the weekend, you know, like early in the morning or like late at night, I'll get to work a little bit on like my stuff. But I didn't get to do as much. If you haven't noticed, I haven't even done any shorts in like a while. I was like really thinking about that like yesterday. I was like, man, I haven't had like time to do stuff that I want to do. I know, right? Let's see, Flopix with the game controller. I know you're playing games. That's cool. What game? Let's see, Mr. Ghost. I have made some art for a friend. Ooh, what art? What kind of art? Because I know you've been working on, you've been cooking lately. I was like, hey, I saw. Do you want to see? Of course I want to see. Hey, Alan, welcome in. Chabu, make a blow. Wait, what? I have no clue what you just said. But all right, so, but like, yes, I would love to see, of course. Flopix, you playing Persona 5? My friend recommend Persona. See, like, wait, did I play 5? I know I played Persona, but I don't remember which one I played. I played it a while ago. You know what I mean? I do like it. I watched the anime also back in the day. I don't remember which one I played though. Now I feel bad because like now that I think about it, I'm like, oh no, which one did I play? I know I played a Persona like years ago. Like I'm saying like years ago. I remember playing one of the Personas and they're cool. They're like really fun. They are cool. I know like everyone talks about 5. Everyone's like, oh yeah, 5 is so good. I was like, I don't think I played 5. I must have played like 4 or something. Alan, if you like RPGs, games, I played that one. I do. I played that one, Alan. I played ZZZ. I like that one. Oh, Mr. Random Crits. All right. I love it. This looks so good. You did such a great job, Mr. Ghost. Oh, I like it. Me too. Yeah, like, I mean, I haven't played in a bit. I played it a little more when it came out, Alan. You know what I mean? I played ZZZ and I thought it was fun. I just been so busy. I don't really play it. You know, I'm always like, the little time I do game is usually with you guys. Outside of you guys, I don't game too much. It's like I would probably say the only game that I play a little bit, just because it's easy to play while I'm doing other stuff, is Pokemon Champions. I have been playing Pokemon Champions, and it's just like an easy game to like, because it's turn-based and I don't have to pay attention too much. Alan, me too, and the day after I played it, first they added 5 characters. Nice. Yeah, like, see, that one's an action game. I do like them more. But the thing is, to play an action game, you really gotta like sit down and play. You know what I mean? Which is such a bummer. Like a bummer in like a good way. You know what I mean? Hey, what is going on with these guys? April, skateboarding. Ooh, I love it. I've never like, it's one of those things. When I was younger, I had friends that skateboarded and I even have a brother who does. But like, I only tried it like a little bit, but I never got into it. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool though. I feel like if my close friends skateboarded, then I might have actually got into it more. You know what I mean? Because I did like martial arts and stuff, and that wasn't like, that was my extracurricular. You know, that was like the thing I would do outside of school. I'm like, oh, okay, do like karate and stuff. So I was really into that, and art, obviously, and games. I love games, like all games, not just video games, tabletops, all that stuff. Obviously, you know, I'm making a game. You know, and if you guys are interested, I do that too. Alan, I love Tamagotchi Live. It's Fire. I made Deadpool, Winnie the Pooh, Minions, and Princess Peach the Rocket Cross. All the mate. That is actually really funny. I love that, Alan. That is one game I think when we played the demo, I thought it was really cool. I was like, hey, I like this. I was like, all right, I'm down. All right, now that we've been chatting a little bit, actually, hold up. I'm looking at this. Why are you guys climbing my guy again? You know? I feel like there's something odd here. Hold up. Oh, it was, I'm sorry, you were stuck in there. But I looked at it, I was like, this is so weird. I changed my name, Isabel, to April. Oh, it's Isabel. I was like curious. I was like, I don't remember an April, but okay. So it's Isabel. Okay, then that makes more sense. It's funny because I was thinking, wasn't there someone else who also skateboards? And it was you. It was the same person. Okay, that's fine. Let's hide this. That's what I want. I wanted to fix that because I was like, there's somebody stuck on my guy's face. It's new for New Year. Let's see. Did you see the art? I did, Mr. Ghost. I commented. Did you not hear me? I thought you heard me say it. Crazy Island, Alan. No, I know. That sounds like such a crazy island. I agree. And then, wait. Alan, for school next year, my elective is AG. It's a standard for agriculture. Oh, that's going to be cool. And you grow stuff in your garden. Oh, that sounds so fun. That actually sounds really fun. Threw my head at the wall. No, I didn't mean to, Alan. It's just that your guy was stuck. So I grabbed him. See, like you grab him and I could chuck him. I didn't mean to like throw you like hard. I was just trying to get you out of like the little area because there's like a little area. Here, I'll show you guys. Can you see it? You see these little things? So these are like little things. I was going for a second. Oh, that's why. Because I was saying like, oh, nice. I said it's a banner. But yeah, you see these little things. These things are actually like where you guys walk on. Eventually, right now I'm not like putting too much attention into the pet things, you know, the avatars, the little avatar pets or stream pets, whatever they're called. Just because I want to like pay a little more. I want to do that when I get custom ones. For now, they're neat. They're like little things that like represent you guys. I think it's kind of cool. But eventually I mentioned I want to like add stuff to it. Like I want to have these guys like interactive, like a little more interactive streams and stuff with you guys and do like funny things. I think that'd be like really fun to do. Anyways, let's actually start doodling. And if you guys didn't know, we were doing zinnia. We're drawing zinnia from Pokemon. I know, I'm so sorry, Alan. Here, where are you? I'll put some here. I'll do this. I'm gonna put a pin on you. There, now no one will hurt you. See, you're just hanging out here. You gotta go? Oh, okay. Have a wonderful day, Alan. I'll remove you from the pin. I'll put you down here. You should be fine. There you go. All right, but yeah, there's like little random things I could do. Now that I think about it, there are other things I just haven't played with this. There's so many things I haven't played with. That's something I feel like there could be just like a stream just for this. I saw one. Maybe I can do the Oris. Yeah, that would be cool. You know, like to do like you want to do like this. Well, maybe one day I would want to hire somebody to do it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want someone to do it for free. Do you want them 8-bit? Yeah, I would like these. Like these are an 8-bit. These are like what are these? I believe these are like 16-bit. These guys are like 16-bit. At least that's my guess. 1, 2. It feels these are like about 16. I want to say pixelated. Yeah, this is what I'd want. I want like little pixelated guys. You know what I mean? I'd want these little like these, exactly like these, but with Oris. At least the Oris that I've shared. You know, the ones I have. Wheat cubes. I know, right? And then this one, Stella's just climbing off to the side. What are you doing, Stella? All right, anyways, I'm gonna start doodling. Let us doodle. Let me go back to the doodle phase. There we go. So this is the line doodle, right? Now we could actually jump in doing some line art. So let's lower that a little bit. About there, right? That's about right. I feel like that's good. You know, actually, I was thinking about doing this last time. Hold up. I want to do something just because like I was thinking it might actually look better visually. Just for like the me drawing on top, just so you guys know. Right? And I do this. And now I could do this. I can do it with Trey to do one and some animations for it. It's I don't want to waste time. Yeah, no, I'm like, so eventually for that, what I'd want, I'll do like, I guess I'll do like a little thing. So what I'd want an idol, you know, idol. I'd want, here, I'll make that bigger. I'd want one idol, a walk, I think like a jump, a hit, an attack. You know, I'd want like these, and what else? What else would I want? Hey, Greninja, welcome in. So idle, walk, jump, hit, attack. What else is there? I'm just like thinking of the other animations that we see. Oh, the dance. And I think that's all of the ones that they do, right? Or am I off? I feel like those are the ones we see them do. Is there anything else that they do? I know they do dance. Oh, sleep. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot, Mr. Ghost. You know what I mean? You don't see the text? They're right there. Like idle, walk, jump, hit, attack, dance, sleep. I'm drawing too. I'm making a birthday card for my mom. Aw. The chat box is blocking it. It shouldn't be. No, it's there. You can see it. You know, you should be able to see most of it or all of it now because I unblocked it. Unless if you're like a few behind. You see it now? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's like, but that's why I wouldn't want to force you to do it. That's why like eventually I want to hire somebody. I guess you're right. They would need like the faint one or whatever, you know? So it's like faint. So there's a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 animations. That's why I was like, it's a lot. So for 8 animations, and I think I have like 20 characters, right? I have about 20 characters, and then I'd want 2 bosses at least, maybe 3. You know what I mean? So it's like, it would be a lot. It would be like a lot to hire somebody to do all of these characters for me. Anyways, I wonder if you can add their animations using a new command. I could do that. Low. What do you mean? You could do like dance. Like I could do here. I'll just show you guys. So look, I'll do. Where am I? Here it is. So I could do command dance, and I should dance. See, I do like a little dance. You just have to put exclamation dance, and then your guy dances. You could also do sleep. I will do a simple, all right. Oh, see, I made mine sleep. Right? Probably the easiest to do, Mr. Ghost, would be shell out. Shell out is definitely the easiest. Oh, a flip would be really cool. That would actually be really cool. A flip would be adorable. They also have jump. Like you could add whatever you want. It just activates an animation. You know what I mean? So you could add more animations. And I think for those, when I get to that point, right? I was thinking we would just have like a little text thing on the side with all the commands. And then that would just be like a funny stream where like, hey, let's just play with our little guys or whatever. And I wonder how much you can control them. I'm kind of like wondering if you could actually make them go left and right. Because that would be cool if you could be like, oh, left, right, up, down, or whatever. You know, because if you could do that, we could even do like mini games with these eventually. That would be like really interesting. I'm curious if it's possible. But either way, that's a future thing. You know what I mean? But I think, yeah, for Mr. Ghost, if you do want to try, I think Shell Out would be the easiest one. I don't know if you remember that one. Shell Out is the one that's a little orange one. There's going to be different colors, obviously. But in the version I show online, it's just a little orange dude. He's a shell, like an orange shell. I don't know if you remember. I will do the art, and if you like it, we could have. Wait, can hire me? Yeah, I mean, like eventually, I would love to. You know what I mean? I was thinking when I can. Obviously, I can't right now. I just can't. But when I can, I want to hire some people to help me with different things. Yeah, Shell Out is definitely the easiest to do. I could literally do a doodle of Shell Out in like a moment. Here, look, I'll show you. Right? Boom. It's like that. You know, he's like the little eyes. There he is. That is Shell Out. It took like a moment. It literally took a moment to draw a Shell Out. And that was obviously, it's very like simple. You know, he's a very simple character. But yeah, let's actually start doodling now. All right. Thing about, well, no, I feel that's too thick. What's too thick? Let's do 15. Yeah, that's okay. 15's about right for what I want. Look at Discord. Well, okay, I'll check out the Discord quick, and then I will look. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, that's pretty much what it looks like. I do like obviously the line work. I would critique it where I'd want the inner lines to be thinner, and also the lines, if I'm being realistic, I'd probably, because they're not like supposed to be lines, they would probably be like a dark orange or like a brownish. You know what I mean? If you're going in like if you want to do it, so like the outlines are fine that they're black. I'd want the outlines to be black, right? You know, like the outlines are black or whatever. Right, those are fine. But the inner lines, I'd want them to be colored. Here, I'll show you. I'll just do like briefly what I mean. Where like these lines would be more like this. The eyes is fine, you know, the eyes being dark or whatever. But the inner lines, I would probably want them like that if I'm doing it like a specific, you know, it would be like this, kind of like this feel. Obviously, the drawings I had there are roughs. Hey, Elliot, I feel like I haven't seen you in a quick minute, Elliot. You know? Here, okay, now we're actually gonna start, for reals. I was like, now we'll actually start, I swear. I've been like, kept like, just talking for 20 minutes. We haven't done anything. I'm actually gonna start. What do I want to start with? Oni Boi, getting me a new job. Well, maybe. I mean, like, it's very possible. I wouldn't mind it. But like right now, like I said, I can't hire anybody. But that looks great. That does look good. That it looks solid. Looking at it, it looks really good. I think it would look adorable jumping up and down. You know, and like I said, the inner lines would have to be thinner than the outer lines. So like that, like I say, so let's say this is like the outer line, and then like the inner line would be like half of it. You know what I mean? We'll start once the stream ends. I know. 100 stickers and it's good. Oh, if they ever get there, Mr. Ghost. All right, let's see. No, I don't like that. I'm already starting rough. You just pay me in stickers. That's awful. That would not happen. I would not do that. If I'm gonna pay somebody, I'm gonna actually pay them in like actual money. You know, I'm not okay with paying somebody in stickers. That's awful. And I don't agree with people doing like, oh, you get paid in exposure. That's not okay. I don't think that's okay when people do that. You know what I mean? I think an art trade is fine. If you're doing like a trade, like, oh, we're trading art for art, that's fine. I know a lot of people do that. They like doing that, and I'm like, that's cool. But exposure, that's garbage. He's getting gym badges from doing a job. I know. Hey, that would be hilarious. Wait, what is this? I didn't realize my daughter put a bunch of papers here. Bingo put like a bunch of papers like on underneath my desk, and I didn't realize. All right, let's continue. Yeah, I think like just starting with this guy is a good place to start. No, that feels good. There we go. Yeah, that feels a lot better already, right? Like we just started, but it's good. There we go. And then that, no. Hey, okay, that feels a lot nicer. Obviously, we're not going like one for one with the line underneath, because sometimes the lines underneath aren't as nice as I want them. Don't give me ideas. No, I know. Let's see. But I do want to do a bunch of fun things. Like I said, I'm doing kind of getting ready for like some behind the scenes stuff I've been working on. We'll see though. We'll see how things change, especially in the summer. I feel like there's going to be a big change in the summer, just because like that big thing, you know, like taking my daughter to school, that's no longer a worry for me. So I could like work different hours on certain things. Because believe it or not, it is a big thing taking my daughter to school. Taking my daughter to school occupies time, and it like doesn't like ruin flow, but it changes the flow of like how certain things have to be done. There we go. This guy is such a cute character, except I don't understand the eyes. I don't understand these eyes. Do you guys know? I don't get them. Like, which part is the eyes? Is it these little lines? Are those the eyes? Oh, so love the giveaway from you. Which, you talking about the stickers that and the keychains that never arrived? No, I know. Yeah, I know. But like, you know what I mean with these eyes? Like, are the dots the eyes? If so, that's kind of creepy. I didn't know he had like 4 eyes. That's a lot of eyes. I mean, not 4 eyes. He has 8 eyes. He's kind of like a weird spider. Oh, wait. Would he have compound eyes then? Kind of like bugs? I say he, but I don't even know if it's a he. It could be do you guys know? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so like, they're like 8. I said like 4. I mean like 8. But no, like, would it have compound eyes then? Don't think it's 4 eyes. Looks original. Check. What do you mean? No, I'm saying like these are the eyes. And these are the ear holes, which is very interesting. I think like conceptually, it's very interesting that they use the ears to actually cover their holes. You know, I was like, okay, that's cute. So they cover their little ear holes with their ear flaps. Like, so they actually use the ear flaps to cover them. So like here or no here. And I was like, okay, it's cute. But the eyes are just like trippy. Or are they, oh wait, there's only one way to know if it is a girl or a boy. To flip it over. Nah. Right, you have to flip it over to see what's underneath. It's funny. Ask it its age and tell you it's a boy. That's really funny. That is actually hilarious. I love the Pokemon reference. It's like, how old are you? Wait, are you 10? No, right? It's like, are you a 10-year-old? Like, are you a boy or a girl? That's actually really funny. No, I feel like that's too thick. If it doesn't, it's a girl. Wait, hold up. Let's see. Let's do like a thinner one. I feel like just for this, it's a little thinner. It's not like a super noticeable, but it's like slightly different. But like I know, for example, what's it called? Chespy in Pokemon. I remember that one was a boy. There's not, you know, that's one thing that always bothered me. Like I understood why they did it. But in Pokemon, I always thought it was super weird that like a lot of Pokemon don't have nicknames. You know what I mean? Says it has soundproof and rattled as abilities. Aw. Which makes sense. It could cover its ears and is immune to sound. That just makes sense. And rattled is the one when you're hit by scary things, you get faster, right? So like dark and bugs, if I believe. Right? It's dark and bugs. When you get hit by dark and bug, you move, you get like a speed boost, which also works if you're a coward, right? Yep. Yeah. Okay. I thought so. You know, I'm actually contemplating if I should do, because I haven't even completed the short, right? Flopix. I like, just since you're the person I tend to battle the most, we have battled a few other people, but it's usually you're there every Friday. And I was like thinking about it. I haven't even done the short yet. It's like, should I even do the Friday one and just make it next week? Because I haven't had the time to do the short. Or should I just do it like you, because you haven't even seen the characters. You know, you haven't even seen who the team is. And I feel like that's almost not fair. Because I like doing on Monday. Where like show the team on Monday and then it's like, oh, you have a whole week to prepare your team. Or should I just like try to see if I could have time to finish it today, post it up? I'm just asking you, big surprise for once. No, I know. That's all I was like, okay, so you want it as more of a surprise then? Okay. I mean, I will post it today. I'll post it today. The team. I'll try. My fingers crossed I could do it. Like I said, I've been a little busy. So I haven't been able to do the short. You know, and I have like I have it recorded. That's a thing. I have it recorded. Recording, it doesn't take that long. It's doing. Hey, what happened? I got stuck. You can delay it. I don't think I would look for a counter anyway. Did you know that it's a very strange way of eating fish? Wait, what is? What is a strange way of eating fish? I'm curious. But I was just thinking, I was like, should I delay it to do it on next week? Because I have the team and like, obviously, I haven't shared it with people. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's nice or like, you know, like I think you'll probably still win though, either way, Flopix. You know what I mean? This team is decent. I feel like it's better than the last one. That you destroyed the Weather Lord so badly, Flopix. Man, they had no chance. You shut them down so perfectly. I was like, oh my god. It was so good. It was so fun. It was so fun. I was like, oh my god. I thought it was fun. That's like the fun thing. I think as soon as it gets to mobile, when Pokemon Champion gets to mobile, we'll get a lot more people doing it just because you know, it's free and it's easy. It's on the phone. So you could easily participate. I believe so. I think they said this summer. Mr. Goes, a professional chef can cook a fish so well that it will be alive for a few minutes even if it is cooked and it doesn't know it's really. Oh, that sounds awful though. I don't think I'd want to eat one that was still moving around. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want it to move. That's kind of gross. It is very weird. That is very odd. All right, let's do that. Nope. And no. There we go. Around there? Yeah, that looks fine. And then let's actually bump it up. No, I believe you. I know there's like a bunch of weird things. I'll look it up later. But that does sound interesting. I'm gonna start with the hair. No. Nope. Nope. Man, that's like, why am I so wobbly? Hold it. There we go. Jeez, that took so long. I'm so sorry. The lack of precision was intense there. There we go. Something like that. I don't know. Now I look at it, I want it a little sharper. There we go. And then like this is like so dangerously close to be a tangent. There we go. Fix the tangent. I knew it was a tangent before and I was like, well, I'll fix it later. Yeah, I feel like this is actually looking pretty fun. Like she's such a good character. Like her design is so good. I feel bad. Like I don't remember. I don't think I ever played against her. Like I know of her, but I never played her. I think I did see her in the anime or in the movie. She was in one of the movies, right? I believe she's in one of the movies. Or it might have been the anime. I know I've seen her. But I don't remember ever playing her in the game. I thought it was like a DLC. But we'll see. I might play that game in the future or as. I had Ruby, or I still do, Omega Ruby. I do own it, but I believe it's at my parents' place anyways. So I don't even have access to it. It's up to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I might play it in the future. We'll see. I'm working on an Oni Boi / Ghost Com. Oh, that's exciting. That's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see that, Mr. Ghost. And I love comics. Like you know, I mentioned it before that I made a comic before. I had like a weekly comic in a local magazine. You know, so that was fun. It will be short but funny. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, those are cool. Those are like the best kind. I mean, I do like story comics. Story comics are great too. They're all so funny. I tend to read, realistically, when I think about it, I tend to read more actiony stuff, but I do appreciate comedy. I love comedy. Like action comedy is like the best combo for me. It's like action, comedy, then like romance. There's probably the three those like the three categories I go down, from action to comedy then to romance. Not like super in like, yeah, I feel like that's like probably the direction I go with. It will be done in 2 days, I think. Oh, nice. Oh, so fast. It's funny, when I used to do those comics that I'm talking about, I did them really fast. They're like short. They're like short little comics. It was funny, Bingo, she was saying I should redo them again because she likes them. She likes reading them, and she was saying, you should make more. I'm like, okay, but because I don't have too many. I think I only have maybe like 20. I think I only made like 20 episodes. This one will be short too. Yeah, they were like short. And I think I only made like 20 chapters or whatever. And she's asked me many times. Post them. They're on my website. You know, they are on my website. I do have them available. You can see them. They're on the Delirium Plus website. Let's see. Oh, and I did this, right? I'm like looking at the hair. But yeah, she was telling me, you should do another one. You should do like continue it. She didn't want me to make a new one. She wants me to continue the story. And I was like, well, that'd be cute because it's just like general stuff. You know, they're not, it's like a slice of life style. No, there we go. I feel like that's better. Right? Yeah. I'm like looking at it. There we go. And then kind of like this. It's got like this going on. That's about it, right? I'm like trying to like get the shape that she has. And then this. There we go. And then the eye, the actual eye. I feel like she would have like a thing here, but I don't think her eyes have that intensity. I like adding them though, you know what I mean? Like these little things. But I feel like that ages her up too much. And then let's do... I will send you a sneak peek. Oh, yes, please. There we go. Yeah, I want to see that sneak peek though. Nope. Like that. There we go. And then we'll probably lead into the arm, right? Do that. No. Wait. Nope. I swear I could do this. Salty, I'm thinking of making a little evil crayon for Sona based off the toxic colors like Magnus blue and Paris Steelus green. Oh, I've seen some of your things, Salty. They're so fun. I don't know, like what was the one I saw today? It was one of your monster truck ones. They are so fun. They're such fun characters. Are you gonna do anything with them, like a comic or something? Because I do feel like they could be a comic, Salty. You know, I have that like that vibe that they could easily be a comic. The little monster truck characters you have that you've been making, maybe comics. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it could be a fun little comic, like a comic series. That'd be cool. Right? At least I feel it could be. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know if you guys have seen Salty's characters. They're very fun. Nope. No, that looks off. I guess it'll be a little higher up. You know what I mean? I think it'll be really fun to do that. To see if it was a comic. That is another thing I was thinking. I feel like for that though, I definitely want it to, like, because I mentioned before, eventually I want to have multiple channels. I want to have the dev channel, I want to have the gaming channel, the art channel, and then I want to have one in Spanish for the dev one. You know, I want to have one where I only do like Spanish stuff. Can you look at the Discord? In a moment. Yeah, I'll check it in a moment. There we go. Like a little less. There we go. I didn't want her like to be strong, but I felt like that was like a little too strong. Yeah, I feel like this is looking a lot better. Like she looks good. It's a sneak peek. No, I figured. I just in a moment I will do it. I'll check. I just want to get a little bit more. Nope. Just feels like I'm in the flow. You know what I mean? I'm like currently in that flow right now. So I didn't want to break the flow. That is one thing when you have a family. If you decide to have a family, you got to get ready to break your flow constantly. That's why I like working early in the morning or late at night. Usually early in the morning I have more energy. But you get in this flow state. I don't know if you guys have probably been in already, right? When you get in this flow state, and then when someone is like, "Oh, I need you to do this or need you to do that," oh my God, it's so frustrating. You zoomed in, so it's a secret. And Salty, I have made a comic about two shapeshifters that turn into monster trucks to race for the last slice of pizza. Oh my God, you know what's really funny? You said about the last slice of pizza. So, I don't know if you remember, I have those coins, right? The coin clash for Oris, which are like the coins, they're like these coins I want to do, but they're very much like, they're very like afterburner ideas, right? The coins, I do want to make them like a thing where people could buy them and then like they could play with the Oris as coins, right? It's kind of like a TCG, like a tabletop game with coins. But I wrote like a funny, like a mini series kind of concept for them. So it's like really funny. And it reminded me, you said it's the last slice of pizza. That's one of the jokes, that they battle over a slice of pizza with the coins. and it's supposed to be like a funny skit. I would eventually I'd want to hire like actual people, like real people, to play it, and like they would just like battle each other. But it's like the whole joke is like over a slice of pizza. It's just very silly. It just reminded me of that when you said they race over a slice of pizza. I was like, that's funny because I literally wrote a short story or a short like video concept with that same idea. Nope. 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 There we go. That's better. Right, that pizza's gotta be worth it. All right, now let's check out. I'm gonna look at that, what Mr. Ghost sent me. Let's see, what did you send me? Oh, it's so zoomed in. What is this? It says an M. What is this? I am so curious now. Yeah, I have no clue what that could be. Very interesting. All right, so we'll keep going. With the mysteries, Mr. Ghost with the mystery. What could it be? I don't know. What could it be? It is very, it was a mystery. I was curious. I was like, how much of a mystery are you going with? And it is a mystery. So I actually, if you didn't notice, I didn't go through it just because I felt like it was going to be too much of a tangent. Oh, can't even see it. I'm sorry, guys. So like here, I thought about going through the energy or whatever. It was like, no, it's going to look bad. Some parts it's fine that it went through, but I feel like other parts not so much. Let's do that. Do like kind of like that, I feel, right? Yeah. There you go. Hey, okay, perfect. It looks good. Salty actually have an interesting idea for a character who uses a giant coin on a string as a weapon. Sort of like a makeshift flail, like smoky quartz. Yo. Oh, I do remember that. Let's see. Flopix. Got stuff to do. Have fun with the drawing. Aw, thank you so much, Flopix. Hope you have a wonderful day. But I love when people use coins and stuff. Oh, I remember Salty. I remember in it's like early One Piece. I don't know if you remember. It was still in like East Blue. In the beginning, the guy with the hypnosis coin. He has a coin, like he has like a ring, and he uses that like a kind of similar what you're talking about, like a flail, but he uses like a cutting motion. So it's kind of like that. That's like the idea I'm thinking when you said that. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm like looking at this. Obviously, we still have to do the outer outline too. We're still not even there yet, though. Do that. We'll see. We could probably. I mean, I don't think we're gonna finish today. I was talking too much. You know, I was just like talking. Or a character like a weaponized briefcase. Ooh, a briefcase is cool. That reminds me of a character, not very old, not old, but an older anime, where it was this guy, he had a suitcase, and he would carry in the suitcase metallic stakes. And he had the power to, like kind of like Magneto, but like a weaker Magneto. So he could actually manipulate the stakes, the metal stakes, and he would just bring them around with him. You know? I don't know if you ever saw that. It was called Robin, I believe. It was very cool. It was very cool. It's very like, they're like Witch Hunter Robin, I believe. That was the name of it. She was a witch, but her whole thing is that she would hunt witches down. Yo, draw a knight. Well, Clamshell Alliance. If you want me to draw a knight, you would have to be on the Discord and drop it into the, I have a section for like, oh, what to draw next. And then I put it on a spinning wheel. See, I'll show you. I'll just show you briefly. Check it out. Ta-da! There's a wheel. And we just add it. You know, I add it. And then when I'm done with the drawing, I do the wheel. I spin it. And then whatever lands on, that's what I do. Now, if I join the Discord, we'd have art. And wait, we're having an art battle. Oh, very cool. Well, I'm just saying, if you want me to draw something, that's how I do the requests. I don't do commissions or anything like that. You don't have to pay, but it is like a lottery. It is like a roulette. You know what I mean, Clam? That's how I do it. It's just fun that way. Like, I have had people like, oh no, but what about seniority of like people who've been here longer? Like, I think it's more fun to give people who come in new also a chance. I think that's kind of fun doing it with the roulette. No buying yourself into the system. Sorry. The first person that got to give the first drawing stream. Wait, what? Are you confused me there, Mr. Ghost? I mean, you're the first, right? You were the first one with the drawing string. Technically, when we did the roulette, because before it was just like the order. I was just like, oh, whoever's next, I'll do it. Boom, 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 boom. But then I realized I was like, man, I already have like a bunch. And then like other people wanted to come back, you know? Don't even tell me about the giving away. I gotta figure out. It's like I've been so busy, and like I feel bad that I've sent you that thing. You know, I sent you keychains and stickers, and nothing has arrived. It's a little frustrating. You know, and it's been a deterrent for me to do it again, because that's the thing. I was like, well, I can't do another giveaway until you get it. Yeah, have a wonderful stream, Mr. Ghost. I know you're gonna stream. I will be on at least like 10 more minutes, 10, 15 more minutes. I'll see. I'll probably finish the line work on this and then I'll finish it. Yeah, I'll finish the line work. I could probably finish the line work, especially if I'm not talking as much. Because usually when I talk, you know, I take longer. Being honest, I do love chatting with you guys, but the main chatters are leaving. It's you and Flopix. Flopix also had to leave. And you were probably the ones I chat with the most in stream. I do chat a little bit with Salty and stuff. Multitasking now, I know, right? Like, it really depends. Also in the beginning, like the first like almost 30 minutes, we didn't even do anything. It was literally, what's it called? We were just talking about the little avatars. I don't know if you could see them, the little avatars on the screen, these little things. And they were just asking me about the different commands and stuff. And so like, I think eventually I got to put up the commands on the side, you know, so put like avatar stream pets commands and then just have it like that. So I don't have to explain them all. So people could just do it. I think that will be the best option in the future. So like every time I say, oh, how do you do this? I'm like, oh, just on the side right here. I think it'll just be better that way. I still haven't even added the stream panels. Someone asked me not that long ago, oh, do you have stream panels? Like, no, I don't. I got to make those for Twitch. So like, I was like, okay, I got to make those. He's like, it's a secret. No, it's not a secret. It's like, I was saying, but like I said, like just people, whenever people suggest things like, oh, you should have overlays. I was like, well, when I can, you know, it would be wonderful if this was my job. This is not my job. You know, I do treat it like it's my job at this point. I do like it. I think it's very fun. And I do have like a regular schedule that I do now. I usually stream about an hour, sometimes two. You know, it's usually an hour minimum. And then like sometimes I'll do like 2. The most I've ever streamed was 3 hours, which I liked it. I thought it was really fun. But I have work too. You know, I have work, I have family. So I can't always do it as much as I want. Nope. There we go. But yeah, I want to add more stuff. The little avatars, like the little guys, I want to change them. I just got laid off yesterday. No joke. I wouldn't have been tuned in if it's not for... Really? Oh, I mean, like, hopefully you're okay. Did you get, well, if you got laid off, I'm assuming they gave you some severance, right? If you got laid off, then they must have given you severance pay. So I'm assuming you're looking for a new job. I'm good, but I'm going to pivot. Oh, you're going to pivot. Cool. What kind of work? What kind of work did you do? And what kind of work are you going to do now? Like for me, I work in advertising. That's like my job. What I live off of is advertisement. But I would love to be a game dev. I am working on a video game, believe it or not. If you look, I do have some streams where I stream me working on my game, stuff like that. And I have done night streams. I gotta do more though. I keep like, I've been like so tired lately with the family and stuff. Low sales for 3 years, and I want to get into marketing, but now I have more time, my arts, my mobile game in the future. Nice, sick. What kind of game? I'm working on an action adventure game, heavily inspired by Caribbean mythology. You go island to island, helping people and creatures, and the creatures help you out too. So if you're into like Zelda, it's like, imagine Zelda, but then you have like Pokemon helping you out, but they're spiritual creatures. But like, think of it like that. If you like Pokemon or if you like Zelda, you'd probably be into what I'm working on. But what direction are you working on? Because I love it. I love, like, I would love to be able to stream it too. Clash Royale ripoff with all my art style because I made the game. Oh, they made that game. What game? Because they made that game. PTW. What do you mean? I don't get what you mean. Like, I know the Clash of Clans is a fun game, but what would be the direction? What are you thinking of the Clash of Clans? Like, would it also be a fantasy, like a high fantasy? Are you going more of like, I don't know, like a different genre completely? You know what I mean? I'm curious, what direction are you going with that? Let's see. I want to look up something. And like, do you have a channel? You know what I mean? Let's actually, no, I don't like that. Something like that. No. I'm like doing like the toes. But I am curious what direction you're going with it, with the Clash of Clans. So it's like, it's not a clone. Are you doing a Clash of Clans clone, like immediate clone, or are you gonna do like your own twist to it? Because I'm curious. Like I love talking to other game devs. I have a few game dev acquaintances. You know, I do speak to a few. Oh my God, I just realized that would be a little toe. What am I doing making a big toe? I'll join your Discord. But Clash of Clans is like a 3-minute match that is highly competitive, but it would be unique to my world with a similar gameplay. Cool, I like it. That's cool, I like it. Like I said, for me, because people asked before, like, you know, for the game I'm working on, right? I'm working on, it's called Oris, if you're curious. So I'm working on a game called Oris. It's based off of Orisha, Taino, Yoruba, like that kind of culture. Because like, I'm Cuban, if you're curious. Like both my parents are Cuban. I was born in the US, but my culture is Cuban, you know, and I want to make a game based on those stories. You don't see them. You know, you don't see anyone working on anything based on that world. You only see, like, nowadays you see like Japanese, you see like Chinese stuff, you see Greek mythology a lot. I feel like those are the ones you see: Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Japanese, Chinese, and that's about it for the most part, right? Oh no, Norse. You also see some Norse because of like Thor. Those are like the ones you see realistically. You don't see much else outside of those guys. Sometimes, like I'm saying, like sometimes you might see some African stuff, but barely. And like that's one of those things with Caribbean mythology. There is a lot of African influence, a lot. You know, like Shango is a Caribbean deity, but he's also a West African deity as well. So we share a bunch of them. We share a bunch of our deities. Let's see. Well, honestly, now is the time with the game industry going down on fire slowly. Anything you put in your heart and good marketing would be smash hit. Well, okay, so the thing is, when you're talking about the game industry, it's the AAA space. AAA space is doing horribly. It's because of the AI. It's because of like all that disingenuous design. All these big companies are too afraid of making anything like unique. So what they're doing is they're waiting until these smaller companies, they build up something and then they attach themselves. So that's where you're going to see a lot more of that from now on. So you're going to see these indie devs getting picked up by these big companies after their projects have already gotten like a Kickstarter, maybe like a decent following. Then you'll see these big companies, oh, we'll be able to publish if you know. That's the direction I'm seeing what's going to happen, just because they spent so much money on trash. It's honest. A lot of these bigger companies, they spend a lot of money on trash. They've made games that are trash. They're like, oh, we'll just put this thing. People will love it. No one cares about this. So I feel like that's what you're going to see more of. You're going to see a lot of indies getting picked up by these big companies, because the big companies have the money, but the indies are tapped in to the Zet guys. They're tapped into what people actually care about. That's why what happened with Silk Song. Silk Song took years. They took so many years, and that was a reason, because they're like, well, we don't care. We know you're gonna do fine. You're tapped into it. As soon as you pop it out, it's gonna be good, and it is. It came out well. People love it. But that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna see a lot more Silk Song kind of things. You're gonna see these smaller dev studios that really they go like more agile. Smaller groups, maybe 20 people working on a game, like 20 or less. I'm guessing 20 or less working on a game, and then getting picked up by a big studio. Because those over-bloated companies don't work anymore. It doesn't work. It doesn't. Me right now, I'm by myself. It's me, myself, and I. Eventually, hopefully this year, I could get to that point. I could actually have somebody help me out. That'd be wonderful. But for now, it's just me, and I do it when I have time. Whenever I have time, I work on my game. If not, I'm doing regular work. I'm spending time with my family. These streams originally started as me just working on my game, but then I realized I was talking too much. I was talking too much with people. People kept asking me, like talking to me and stuff, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll start doing like different kind of streams. Like these are doodle streams. These are people suggested to doodle. I'm like, okay, cool, we could doodle. These people are like, oh, you should draw this, you should draw that. Like, you know what? Maybe I could do that and talk about my game, and like every once in a while do my streams. And then when I have like more action on my stuff, I'll probably stream more on mine. Because right now it's still early. I'm still like early development of my own game. Even though it feels like I've been working on it a while, a lot of it was the direction. I was working on the direction of the game, and then I was like, okay, but now I have a clear direction for the game. Now it's more like, okay, now I need to build it. Because there's the top down and the bottom up design. Since I am more of a creative, I'm going more, top down. Just because the bottom up is like, okay, go mechanics first, mechanics. Mecha or mechs up into design, where I'm doing like the opposite direction. I'm going design into mechanics, because especially where I'm treating it more almost like a ambassador to my culture, because I'm sharing my culture with people, and I want people to be interested. I'm not doing a one for one. Obviously it's not one for one. I'm not like, oh, these are the characters from Caribbean mythology. These are Taino characters. I'm not doing that. I want people to actually be curious and look into it themselves. Similar to what Pokemon did with their own stuff. Because that's what Pokemon did. A lot of people don't realize that they made it similar. They're like, okay, so people look into it like, oh, what is Pikachu? Oh, Pikachu is based off of an electric yokai. It is based off of this yokai that's like a very small furry creature that would be on top of homes, and like it would like jump from the clouds to the ground. And that's what Pikachu's loosely based off of, which I think is so cool and fun. And I wouldn't know that unless I had seen Pokemon. You know, I saw Pokemon, I'm like, oh, what is this? And I looked into it. I'm like, oh, look at their mythology. It's so interesting. And that's kind of like what I'm going for my own stuff. But yeah, it is very fun. I think it's fun. Right now, like obviously I'm not a programmer. I've mentioned it before. I'm not a very good programmer, so I tend to struggle with that. But I have been able to like get past a big hurdle I had not that long ago, which I was so happy about. I was like, yes, I was able to pass it. You know, I was stuck on this thing where I was trying to get my character to attack, and for some reason it kept flipping out because I'm using GC. I'm using Unity, but inside that I'm using a scripting language. It's a visual scripting language. So it is. I struggle though. You know what I mean? I'm just struggling. I was like struggling with it, and I was like, Jesus. Okay, do this. Do like that. Would it actually hold up? It would be on the other side of the thigh. You wouldn't be able to see this because it is like behind. Okay. I was like thinking about it right now. You wouldn't be able to see it because it's like behind everything. If you're curious to the drawing, this is Zinnia from Pokemon. She's specifically from Omega Ruby and Sapphire. She's from the Delta episode, which I am ashamed I didn't know. I didn't play it. I did play Omega Ruby and Sapphire, but I don't remember playing against her. So I must have just like not seen it, which I was like, oh, I didn't do the post game. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I usually do like the post game in games, but I guess in that time I didn't do it, which I was a little ashamed of myself. I was like, I can't believe I didn't do it. There we go. Well, let's see how that looks without. Okay, and then let's do the thick outline, and then I'll wrap it up, which usually doesn't take that long. The thick outline I like doing. I just like a slightly thicker, just on the outside, like the outest. Actually, I could probably just do it with the 15. You know? Yeah, I just had to like press it a little bit. There we go. Nope. There we go. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. And then we'll fix it a little bit. As I do it, I do go like fixing it around. Nope. I just like it. And like eventually one of the things I want to do, I was talking about it. I want to make all of these stickers. Like every single drawing that I do with you guys, I would love to make them because I know there's like a sticker machine. And I was like, well, I can't get it now. I can't just like spend money on that kind of stuff right now, especially when like I don't even have that many subs. You know, like I'm not gonna like spend money on something like that when I'm not gonna be able to sell it. But I was thinking it would be very cool when I have more followers and subs and stuff. I could sell the stickers of whatever I draw. So whatever I draw, I'd put it on the website, and then just people could order them. And then I would just print it up. It wouldn't be a big deal. Because to me, just like ordering the stickers makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like if someone really wanted this, it would be like, it wouldn't make sense to like, or I would have to order like 50 to 100 per thing. And like, well, is it really going to be 50 to 100 people ordering Zinnia doing a jump? Maybe. Like maybe, but it's not likely. You know, and not all of them. Because like, for example, the one before this was Bandit from Risk of Rain. You know, that's like a super niche drawing, I feel. Do that. Because that is a different layer. I'm doing like semi thicker in some areas and not as thick in others. Build that up a little bit, just so you know there's like layers to this character. We'll do like over here too. There we go. I'm back. So I want to do a limited edition stickerless order. 50 at a time and never print the stickers again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it'll be like cool. I want to do stuff like that too. It's funny because the only so I did do an order, right? I actually got to like change it up because I was thinking someone did order from my website and it didn't pop up, which was very disconcerting. So I was actually thinking, my mom was actually the one that gave me the idea. She was saying, why don't you use Etsy for your orders? And I was like, I guess I could, you know, because someone ordered from my website and it didn't pop up. It was supposed to give me a notification, but I didn't. Now it felt so bad. I ended up sending them more things than they ordered just because like it was so late. And I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. So I had to do that not that long ago. And then I know Mr. Ghost, he was someone that was in here earlier. I gave him like a giveaway, right? So I did a giveaway and he won the giveaway and I sent it to him, but he's in a different country. I'm not going to share what country because I don't know if he's okay with that. But he's in a different country and it still hasn't arrived. And it's like it's in like customs. So I'm not sure if like in the future I'll have to do it where like only US or what. It's like I feel bad, you know, that he ordered it and didn't get anything. I have my own site. I do Clam. I have my own website and it is made with Squarespace. But it didn't notify me. When someone made the order, it didn't notify me. That's what I'm saying, using maybe Etsy or whatever. Just for the store. So like have the website, but then like when you buy something, it goes there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was like, oh, I did not get the notification. I was like, I didn't get no notification that someone ordered something. So like, and I obviously, since I don't get enough orders, I'm not like checking it every day. So it's one of those things, like, I guess, like, obviously, eventually I would just check it every day, even if I didn't get a notification. But for right now, I was like, I didn't get no notification that someone ordered something. So I had to, like, send them extra stuff. I mean, I was happy that they ordered. It was nice. It was, they ordered some coins that I made. I have, like, little, acrylic coins of my characters for my video game, but it's like a souvenir collectible and it's also a game in itself. So like these little coins, like battle coins I made, you know, which are very fun. I like the game. I think like it could be its own thing too, but for now they're just like a little promotional bit. And I did speak to other game devs and stuff and they would be interested in the coins. They told me they thought the coins were very cool, and I was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, interesting. Someone even actually talked about like if there was like a way of investing in the coins. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know about that, because I know they could be good, the coins. I almost have a tangent there, but I don't, I swear. I looked, it's not a tangent. But yeah, I have to see about that. I have to like maybe make it so like it notify me better. Make the mobile game prize the coins. What do you mean? Oh, like make the prizes the coins? That'd be fun, actually. Well, my game is not a mobile game though. My game's gonna be on Steam. That is like the direction I'm going with it. I have made a mobile game, but it was like not very good. You know, I made it a while ago, like a long time ago. I made a simple like a platformer. It was terrible though. Being honest. Nothing wrong with like seeing like what you've done over the years, but that was just like, it was not good. I would love to redo it though. I think it's like a fun concept. That one is about a little boy who's like dreaming and he's like in a dream world. but I have like a concept for it, how I'd redo it. On this thing, if I remember, it looks like this, right? We'll like color it obviously tomorrow. There we go. Almost done with this actually. And then I'll wrap it up. And then I'll be, I don't know if you like gaming, but I also do gaming. I also play games on another channel. I have another channel called Oni Boi XD. Where there, I just play video games. I usually just play video games with people. Lol, I don't know as much about Pokemon. No, like I said, yeah. I don't play, right now what I'm playing is Escape from Ever After. It is not Pokemon. It is an indie game. It's like Paper Mario. I don't know if you've played Paper Mario. So it's like Paper Mario, and there's like a lot of like silly jokes and stuff. I have played a lot of Pokemon because I like Pokemon, and my game is related to Pokemon in a lot of ways. You know, people who would probably play Pokemon would probably be interested in my game, realistically. That was originally why I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe I could play Pokemon because people say you should play games. And I was like, maybe I could play Pokemon. I was like, ZA. I was like, I could play like ZA or something. So I played ZA. That was like my first stream, if I remember. I had a standard light version of childhood. No Wii at home. No, I know, right? Well, no, like the Wii, the Pokemon was only on, what's it called? On the portable for the longest time. You know? I love gaming though. I always played a bunch of games growing up. My first real system, right? Because I'm the youngest of 7, by the way. So I'm the youngest of 7. So the first system that was mine was a Sega Saturn. That was my first real system that I remember that I got for Christmas. And I remember I was like, yeah, it was like mine, because it was like the one that it was like my games and stuff. Like no one really wanted to play that one. Everyone else played on their own stuff. But I remember that. Very fun, good times. I think we're good on this. I'm probably gonna wrap it up. Right? There is a tangent here. I'm gonna fix it right now. There we go. Got rid of the tangent. Let me fix that up. There we go. Looks a little wonky. And do I want to add something? Maybe a little texture. Oh, also let's do this. Thinking about there is like her clothes. I should mark it. I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Tomorrow we'll be doing the coloring. And since tomorrow we'll be coloring, that means on Friday I'll be doing a dev stream, because usually when I'm done with a doodle, then I'll go into my dev. I'll do like a dev stream, talk about like updates on my game, work on my game a little bit with you guys while we chat. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much, Clamshell Alliance, Flopix, Mr. Ghost, and Salty Pretzel. Alan was also here earlier. April, well, used to be Isabel, but now April. Who else? I feel like there was somebody else. Anyone else? Because I like to say goodbye to everyone. Oh, Greninja. Greninja was also here. I'm so sorry, Greninja. I almost forgot. Elliot also was here for a bit. And I think that's gonna be it for everyone who actually said anything. And thank you guys, all the lurkers. Thank you guys just for hanging out, just like chilling. And I hope to see you all very soon. See you next time. Goodbye.